I thought knowing the truth would bring relief, that once my father said the words out loud, though it will disappear. It did not. It shifted. Instead of wondering what happened, I started wondering why. Why would a mother walk away from her child? Why would she come back and never explain? Why would two people decide that silence was better than honesty? Those questions followed me everywhere, especially at night. After my father told me the truth, I started noticing things I had ignored my entire life. The way my mother sometimes stared out the window like she was waiting for something that never arrived. The way she flinched when someone raised their voice, even in excitement. The way she hugged me just a little too tight on random days, like she was afraid I might disappear. Those 6 months she was gone weren't gone at all. They were hiding. A week after our conversation, my father handed me a small cardboard box. "I kept this for you," he said. Inside were things I had never seen before: a bus ticket, a worn book, and a folded letter that was never sent. The notebook belonged to my mother. I didn't open it right away. Some part of me felt like reading it would cross a line, like I was stepping into a version of her I wasn't supposed to know. But curiosity always wins. That night, I sat on my bed and opened the first page. The handwriting was shaky, messy, nothing like the neat lists she used to make for groceries and bills. "I don't know where I'm going," she wrote. "I just know I can't stay." That sentence alone hit harder than anything my father had said. Page after page, she wrote about feeling invisible, about losing herself in routines, about loving her family but feeling like she was disappearing. Inside it, she didn't blame anyone. That's what hurt the most. She wrote about sitting on buses for hours, not caring where they went, about sleeping in cheap motels, about watching other families through windows and wondering how they made it look so easy. And then, halfway through the notebook, the tone changed. "I miss him," she wrote, "every minute." She missed me, not in the dramatic way movies show, but in small, quiet moments. She missed tying my shoes, hearing my laugh from the next room, watching me sleep when she thought no one noticed. Leaving didn't erase her love, it just buried it under exhaustion and fear. One entry stood out: "If I go back, I have to be better," she wrote. "If I can't explain this, I have to at least survive it." She never planned to disappear forever. She planned to fix herself. She just didn't know how. The unsent letter was addressed to me. Reading it felt like listening to her voice again. "If you ever read this," she wrote, "I hope you're old enough to understand that love doesn't always look strong." She apologized for leaving, not with excuses, just honesty. She said she was scared of becoming a stranger in her own life. She said she was scared of failing me. Ironically, leaving was the one thing she believed might save her. I cried harder reading those pages than I did at her funeral, because now I understood something important. My mother didn't leave because she didn't love us. She left because she didn't know how to love herself anymore. The next morning, I talked to my father again. He told me what happened when she came back. She showed up at the door at a.m. No suitcase, no explanations, just hairs. She said she was ready to come home. He told me, and I let her. No punishment, no lectures, just love. They never spoke about those months again, not because they didn't matter, but because they were afraid reopening them would break what they rebuilt. Now, I see my parents differently, not as heroes, not as villains, just people who made painful choices, people who stayed, people who came back. And I realized something about myself too. We don't inherit only our parents' faces, we inherit their fears, their silence, their unfinished conversations, but we also inherit their strength, even if it doesn't look the way we expect. In part 3, I had to face the hardest truth awful, the part of my mother that still lived inside me, and the choice I had to make so her story wouldn't repeat itself.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos.